Hello, everybody, and welcome to Swindler's Den. In this week's session of Glory of the Giants, we took another little bit of a hiatus. We had some vacations going on, but we're back again, and let's see how long that lasts. That being said, let's introduce our players. We have Grizlocke.
Hey, everybody, Grizlocke here. Maybe. We'll see how long that lasts. It's an inside joke, but I can't log into an account that is the Grizlocke account. So, anyways, how's it going? You can find me here on Swindler's Den on all the shows. Click a show, and I'm probably there. Hello. Hi, I play Kelborn Kerrigan, the half-elf ranger fighter and all-around big sword wielder.
We already got a Baka recap kind of energy going on tonight. Speaking of being locked out of the Grizlocke account, we have Barely Caffeinated.
That's who.
Hey, I'm Barely Caffeinated, the sleeper pick of the Swindler's Den channel, only because I'm tired all the time. But you can find me over at Crits and Coffee, where we're on a little bit of a hiatus too. So we're doing honor mode over there on Baldur's Gate 3. So come watch us not get TPK'd. And tonight I am playing as Siegfried, the Aasimar cleric.
A little bit of irony, you know, got all that crits and coffee, still tired. What can you do? Speaking of irony, we got DrPhage.
Hello, I'm DrPhage or Adam. You can find me online at Little Growth. I'm on various different things. I'm on Crits and Coffee. I'm here. I'm on Interdimensional Library, playing lots of fun games there. But tonight I am playing Benjamin Koalana Jr., the half-elf warlock sorcerer who is desperate to know what's going on in the material plane.
And last but not least, while I fix my camera, we have Kyle.
Hi, I'm Kyle. You could have found me in Japan, but not today. I'll be playing Kevhorn, the half-elf fighter paladin.
Imagine if somebody in Japan came up to you and recognized you.
That would be fucking crazy. I would run.
On a plane instantly. I gotta go.
Speaking of running, last time on Glory of the Giants, our group made their way into the fogs of the Shadowfell inside of a spider carried chariot. As they made through the fog and souls tried to get at them through the chariot, they made their way towards the death giants who were in these fields reaping souls. They moved in the direction that they were directed, and within a little bit of time, they started to feel the ground quake and the fogs move as these enormous scythes were sweeping through them or reaping the souls. After divulging a little bit of his backstory, Kevhorn and the rest of the group got out of the chariot as these giants approached, and were, with a little bit of parlaying, were quickly accused, at least Kevhorn was, of not having his own soul that he is using for this life that he's living. A little bit of back and forth, trying to figure out why that is, but not really reaching a conclusion. They were offered the Death Giant's totem in exchange for Kevhorn, essentially. Not willing to part with their companion, the Death Giants made another bargain. Just a few of the souls that Kevhorn was using to his advantage, more literally to his advantage, in exchange for the Death Totem. They accepted this agreement, and Kevhorn lost a lot of these souls of past lives or aligning lives, or still not quite sure how these lives were or came to be part of him. And then Siegfried accepted the Death Giant Totem, taking on the suffering of millions and millions of souls in the process. And then our group got back in their chariots as the Death Giants departed and started making their way back towards Morose. And where we go from there, we'll find out now as we rejoin the group inside of this chariot, slowly bouncing as the spider crawls through these fogs towards town. What is the general general atmosphere here in the carriage as we get close to Morose?
I think if I'm remembering the vibes at the end of the last session, none of us are in a good place. Like lots of just bad things have happened on this trip. So I think it's a pretty dour trip back into town. Just, nothing happened to Benjamin, but very much reading the room of like, this isn't great. People need a process.
Where are we directing the spider at? It has been reacting telepathically to anybody that sends it in a direction. I think it was just sent towards like town at this point, not really a specific spot or anywhere.
I'd be directing it towards the tavern.
All right.
Because I believe that's where we left our griffins, the Morose Tavern.
Yes. So you start seeing these buildings appear in front of you. It's not like off in the distance, it's like very close to you because the fog does begin to gather once again as you get out of the wake of the death giants. And you are scuttling in between these smaller, dingier buildings, making your way towards the tavern. Not a huge town either, so it doesn't take very long before the spider stops right outside the tavern and kind of rocks as it stops on its 8 legs.
As we're getting out, Hellborn, do you still have that torch that you lit with the magic from the lanterns?
Would I have kept? I don't know if it makes sense. Well, it did ward things off, so
yeah.
Would it be safe enough to have it in here? Or like, is it open enough, or could I have? Okay.
Yeah, you could have had it in there.
I feel like you would see it then. I'm like holding it half out the window. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah.
Do any of us? I don't have one, but sometimes you find silly, funny things in your inventory when you start looking through your bag. Do any of us have a lantern?
Let me see. Lantern. No. Nope. I don't have a lantern.
Okay. You said there was like a general store here, correct?
Yeah.
I was thinking, one, does anyone still have gold? Because I only have platinum, and they only seem to trek in gold here.
Okay.
I have some.
Okay. I'll trade you one of my platinum for gold.
Yeah, you get to add 1 PP.
And I'll just go into the store real quick to buy a lantern with oil.
Yeah, you can buy a lantern from a ghoulish-looking man for just 1 gold.
Love it. Love a ghoulish-looking man. I figured, and then I'll light the lantern with the torch that has like the spooky ghost flame on it. I figured it would be a good, interesting, something to bring back with us, and then also a good gift for Lady Silverhand for allowing us to stay at her place as a magical oddity that she can study further. Perhaps it might be of use in the future. So certainly being able to maintain it in a lamp will be easier for us to take across when we travel back, as opposed to a torch.
Fair enough.
Question.
Yeah.
Do I know how many echoes I lost?
You're not sure how many, no. It was more than 10.
Never mind, that's a lot. I am gonna buy 1 lantern also.
Oh, I thought you were gonna buy a soul. Yeah, you can also buy lantern. It's this ghoulish guy with like a weird ooze on his back as he's walking around the market picking up lanterns for you. Oh, I'm selling out of these today. I only had 2. Anything else anybody's doing? I saw Chris reading a can.
Don't know what you're talking about.
No, I don't have anything else. That was the only thing. So I have now this ghost lantern lit up, ready to travel back with the cube.
The cube.
The cube.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Big I'm
good.
big for no. Anything else from the other two of you?
No.
No, I don't think so.
If you're all ready to travel back, then for those of you who don't know, I forget what the cube is even called, but I did change how it works because I am an idiot and didn't put aside for the material plane. So it is that you just repush the side of the plane that you're on to go back to the material plane, and it'll put you back in the spot that you warped from. So I assume you all gather around with your griffins, holding hands, touching wings, all that good stuff. And get ready to travel interplanarly.
Hey, I'm ready.
Ready as well.
I am good to go.
All right, Siegfried will press the button and set it down.
Yeah, you like press the button and set it down. It starts kind of shifting and warping as it's casting its spell. As this spell starts taking hold, Benjamin, you feel some attention on you you haven't felt in a while.
I kinda figured.
And you guys begin to have that sensation once again of like being stretched and rocketed off of this plane. Again, it's not like when you went through the portal where you're like in a portal space. It's just kind of you elastate. You stretch, and then like things begin to get dark around you. But instead of the usual, the feeling of like reconfigurating back to your normal selves on the material plane, you feel the sensation of like your lungs start to get full of it seems like Benjamin, it's not the same as you have specifically experienced before. It seems like a thicker liquid is filling your lungs, but it's only for a moment before you're jettisoned out of this liquid onto the floor. It's like a wooden floor, like rotten wood. You can feel underneath your hands as you're spitting and coughing up this very viscousy liquid, and it's so thick it's covering your eyes at this point and you aren't able to see anything, but you start to, or you can't really smell either because your nostrils are full at this point.
As I start to wipe this away, is this blood?
It like as you're getting it out of your nose and stuff, it doesn't smell like blood. It doesn't have that like coppery smell to it. It almost smells like rotten, like rotting wood or swampy kind of smell. That sludgy swamp smell. That like sludge that happens to a bag of lettuce when you've left it into your fridge for too long. Everyone knows that you've all tried to have a salad
never.
phase that went badly.
That's never happened to me. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm very clean.
Yeah. I think once Benjamin realizes that it isn't blood, he's like, okay, I can handle this. And this is happening to all of you, by the way.
Oh.
I just specifically picked out Benjamin because he's experienced drowning before. So is Kevhorn, to be fair. So Kevhorn, you also are like, I'm drowning, but this isn't like water drowning.
Hey.
But now you're like hands and knees on the floor, wiping this stuff off of you.
Like a Saturday night. Okay.
Interesting. What day was it that Kelborn covered himself in cream cheese? Was that a Saturday night?
That's never happened before. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I was going to do that. This is no time.
Like as you're coughing up this with this viscousy liquid and like wiping it out of your eyes and your nose, you get that swamp smell, but other like burning smells come to your nostrils as well. And as you're wiping the goo away, you start to see like thing like dried plants hanging from the ceiling, carcasses, and it takes you a moment, but you remember being in this place before. You kind of see a cauldron behind you with this really green liquid in it. You seem to be in the hag's hut.
Did all of us go to the Hag's Hut, or
No.
only some of us?
I think all of you did.
You're
Because
all-
you
we all
traded your
did.
bow to her. Yeah.
Yeah. Why are
The moment you said green liquid.
here? Do I see?
I brought you here. You hear she comes.
Is our Griffin's here?
Small green hag comes shambling from behind like a row of shelving units that have different dried and pickled things on it.
I was thinking of a different hag.
No, this is the hag that's your friend.
Yeah.
Kind of at this point.
Yeah. Sissy Chrissa.
Yes. Hi. Sorry. I noticed you moving between planes. I've been dabbling a bit in some chronomancy planar travel. You know, you guys got me on it with your whole axe thing. So I've been dabbling with it. And I noticed you were traveling, so I figured I'd pluck you out for just a moment because I have some gifts for you. I wanted to thank you for allowing me to come to that siege. There's lots of good treats to pick up there after the fight.
Oh.
You see, as you're talking to her, just in the corner, this large, hulking, purple figure of brother just standing there, tusks bigger than they were before. Just this monstrous form now, as you saw him in the siege.
I nod respectfully. Brother, pleasure to meet you. To see you again as well.
He kind of grunts and nods at you. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to scare you all, but I've been working on these, and I wanted to give them to you to test out. Just a couple lotions and potions for all of you.
Oh.
Dang it. I was hoping there would be a gun.
Of course. I mean, we're just surprised. We weren't expecting this. So a very welcome surprise, but just surprised. We're a bit discombobulated. Forgive us.
Oh, sorry. It's because I didn't change the scene and the music for you. That's why it's all messed up.
Ah, yes. Now it makes sense.
Yes.
Now I'm not afraid that I'm gonna get yelled at by my patron.
Have you
Yes, yes.
have you been dabbling enough that you can actually send us back to the mortal realm? What would that
Material
be?
plane?
Material
Are you
plane.
worried about that time that passed?
Hey, doesn't time pass funky here too?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so-
yeah, I've got well, that bow you gave me turned out to be very useful. So yes, I could send you back to the moment you left the material plane.
Oh, that would be as we are currently.
Yes, as you are currently, of course.
I give her like a very pointed look.
She like hands this gift basket of different like vials and things, and it's like, I just want you to test these out for me, and it'll all be fine.
Yeah.
Is it now or like as we're?
Whenever.
Okay.
I'll keep
Can
an
you
eye on you.
give us some hints as to what they might do so we know the right use cases for them?
Well, they're made from giants, so they should be bolstering. Should be.
Wonderful.
I have also immediately cast detect magic.
Yeah, these are all magical. They're magical
Okay.
items. There's magic everywhere in this hut.
Yeah, I figured, but. Oh, very interesting. I'll just like pick up one of the potions and look at it just on like a physical inspection.
Yeah. So, there's one
the big
that
toe.
looks kind of like a small canister, like a small cylinder canister, not very tall though. There's one that's more of like the old traditional beaker with a triangle bottom kind of look. Another one with the circular one, and another one that's it. You probably wouldn't be recognizable, or I don't know. I guess it's like a gourd. It looks like a gourd. I changed how it looks. That's why you recognize it. It looks like a gourd.
I'll pick up the like classic looking one, just to see kind of what vibes I'm getting from it.
Yeah. So that one, you can see there is like it's like a translucent liquid inside, and you can see it's like a crescent looking shape to it. The mote of light in there is kind of swirling around. It is light, but it kind of looks like it'd be a fingernail clipping.
Interesting. Okay.
Also, what is everybody's passive perceptions, just for fun?
100.
100? Okay.
17.
17.
11.
11. Okay.
14.
14.
Couple 14s. Okay. Continue on with yourselves.
So you said that this bow came of use to you. I mean, I'm not surprised. Like I said, it's like the best bow, hand carved. But
yes, I was fiddling with it and testing out some magics on it, and it turns out your bow was the perfect properties to be able to bring the timeline back into the place you need it when you're moving people between planes. Just dry fire it, and it reverberates you right back into the spot you need.
How? Of course, yeah, that makes total sense.
Yes. I mean, I had to meddle with it, of course, but
Right.
it was the right emulsifier is not the right word. I don't know all the fancy words.
Catalyst, I believe,
Yes,
might be the word you're looking for.
Yes.
I always knew, and that's that's why I gave it to you.
Oh, well, that more reason for the gifts for all of you.
I do trust Sissy, but can I just do an insight check? Just like, she's also still a hag and a fae, so there's just a level of like, what's going on here?
Yeah, you can do a insight check, and at the same time, I need a wisdom saving throw from Kelborn.
Ooh.
You have a +2.
I'm gonna roll the one that was sitting on 2.
You're
on
half
one.
elf, right?
I mean, yeah.
Advantage.
Let's go.
I got a 24 on that insight.
Yeah, she seems genuinely excited for you guys to try these. Not because they're like gonna be malicious towards you, but because she wants to see if they work.
Yeah.
She is still a hag in training, even though she has these crazy like time manipulation powers at this point. She is still a hag in training.
18.
Okay.
18.
Yes, sir.
All right. While you're kind
ride on again.
no. I will say, while you are like you're like looking over these lotions and potions and trying to see what Sissy's intents are. Kelborn, you hear singing. And it sounds like your betrothed singing somewhere in the forest. Benjamin, you hear singing, but it you hear faint words of the song the sailors were singing as they threw you into the ocean. The song of like call to arms for sailors as they try to get through this storm.
I'm immediately on edge.
I'm headed for the door. Stealthily.
Where?
Jeez.
24.
24, yeah. You sneak out towards the door.
I mean, I feel like it's not going to take me long.
No,
to
it
realize that
wouldn't.
he's
I
gone.
doubt it would take
you
you
would
long.
probably just be gone by the time that you realize is what's going to end up.
I'm like down the front steps.
Yeah.
I'm already out the door after him then.
Galliandra?
Kelborn, that's not Galliandra.
No, I think I'd know that singing anywhere. Do you hear it?
I do, but it's a very different song than for me.
Galliandra, my love.
Yeah. Huey is on your shoulder at this point. That's for you.
I kind of figured it was for me.
I think your dim-witted friend is just being charmed by accident.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us. I am going
I called him dim-witted.
No. Well, you know, what we're gonna do.
While Benjamin is following after Kelvin, what are the other them leave?
Do you have something, see?
I think Siegfried would just turn towards Kevhorn and like shrug. But probably walk after them, set down whatever he's doing at the time.
Kevhorn's gonna stay back and look towards Sissy.
Everybody's leaving, I guess. Do you want to have tea or something?
Sure.
All right.
But are you able to sense them? Sense my other souls?
Oh, well, we could try. Come with me, dearie. Come with me. We'll get tea ready and I'll see what I can do for you.
He does.
All right. We will come back to Kevhorn in a moment while Benjamin frantically hurries after Kelborn and Siegfried in tow.
Okay, I'm going to try this, and I may try to put some extra mojo on it if you'll allow me.
Yeah.
So, I have the spell Compulsion, which creatures of your choice that you can see within range that can hear you must make a wisdom saving throw. A target automatically succeeds on the saving throw if it cannot be charmed. Would you allow, because it has that little caveat in there, me to use my keepsake to give disadvantage on this throw then?
You could give disadvantage. It'd be a flat roll then for Kelborn because he has advantage right now.
Great. I mean, that's also works.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. So wisdom
Cool.
save flat.
10.
Okay, great. So I'm continuing to run forward, but now, until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your turns to designate a direction that is horizontal to me. Each affected target must use as much of its movement as possible to move in that direction on its next turn. So I am like, with each of my bonus actions, sending Kelborn backwards away from the song to make sure that he is staying behind me as I'm like using my action to dash and get out in front of him.
All right, yeah. You continue to hear the singing, Kelborn, but you just start walking the opposite way, and Benjamin passes by you, and you see Siegfried walking towards you.
Hey, it's rude to walk away from tea.
Oh, sorry. I thought I heard Galliandra singing, but Benjamin seems not convinced. I was walking that way. I don't know it. How did I get over here?
Does Siegfried hear anything?
Give me perception.
You fucking... I'm like not even here. I'm sprinting away from them.
That's a 9.
It's a 9. No, you don't hear anything.
Kelborn, you gotta snap out of it. I don't hear anything.
What if she's in trouble? What if she stops singing because she's in trouble?
How close do you think she is to us?
How close did I think that singing was coming from?
It seemed pretty deep in the forest. At this point, it is starting to fade from your hearing. Like, it's almost mixing in with the bird song at this point.
Sorry, so how far did I think? Sorry.
It seemed pretty deep in the forest from your sense.
It seems pretty far away. Where did Benjamin go?
Well, I can either check on Galliandra or I can try to find out where Benjamin is. But also, Kevhorn is still back at the hut.
Great. In the mine spores. Benjamin? Where did you go?
Yes?
I think I got turned around.
Oh, that's... I mean, the Feywild is quite strange. You know that. I believe, though, this is a song that is meant for me.
I really don't think so. I don't. She does have a beautiful voice, Benjamin, but I'm sure she was singing because she knew I was close by.
Hellborn, the song that I hear and that you got mixed up in was the song that they threw me overboard to. It was not meant for you.
That's not what I heard.
The Feywild is a strange place, and I'm the patronee of a siren.
I would feel better if I went with you, just in case.
You should stay as far away as possible.
Okay. I'll do that.
I don't know what she's going to want.
How long did the effects of that that thing last?
Compulsion.
Yeah.
It lasts up to a minute. I think once, like, I would probably only do it for like a round or two once, like, I could see that he wasn't like keeping up with me essentially, and then I wouldn't be like forcing him to continue to move backwards. But you're under the effects of it for a minute, so if I see you getting too close in that minute, I can send you backwards.
So I'm just confused, Siegfried. Benjamin thinks it's some sailors or something, or his goddess or whatever. But I heard a completely different song. Now that's possible, but I would feel much more comfortable if at least one of us was to go with him in case something happens to him.
Well, if it causes ease of mind, I can at least keep an eye on him, as long as he doesn't stray too far.
Sure, I trust you. Kind of bites his lip. Alright, I guess I'll stay here with Kevhorn. In case any hag shenanigans.
I mean, if she can alter the way that you hear her, imagine what she could do.
Hey, she could do the same to you, but, you know, I get it.
Would it make you feel better if I knew that it wasn't Galiandra?
Yeah, you know, it's not just that. It's what if Benjamin right now, like, if what he's saying is true, he could be walking into a trap. So I think just one of us needs to go over there. For some reason, I feel like I have to walk this way and not that way. So if you'd like to go, I'll stay with Kevhorn. Just keep me in the loop in case it is Galiandra.
Okay. Unless you want to play quartz, parchment, and shears for it.
Oh, hold on. My computer's update made it so that now I have a sleep mode turned on. So everything just went to sleep.
Oh no!
Okay, we're good. Whew, sorry, Siegfried. What did you say? I'm so sorry.
I said we could play quartz, parchment, and shears for it.
Every second that we waste. Okay, let's do it. All right, quick. Quartz, parchment, shears. Is that what you said? Okay. All right. 3.
1 out of 1.
3, 2, 1. Okay, I'll go.
All right. I will stay back with Kevhorn.
Calwarby is running into the forest. I assume stealthily.
Yeah.
You want to roll a stealth check?
No. Yeah, hold on. Hey, it's not that good, but my other one was so good. This one is I have a +7, so it's a 17.
Okay. Yeah, you begin sneaking off into the forest as Siegfried makes his way back towards the hut. Speaking of the hut, Kevhorn, you were brought into like a small sitting area as she kind of moves some things around to give you a seat and sits down with you. She's like, brother will get the tea ready for us. He's very good with the boiling of it, the brewing. So what seems to be the problem then with your spirit?
Well, I have two main questions. I was told that this soul doesn't belong to me.
Where'd you take it from?
I don't know if I took it or if someone gave it to me.
Well, let me think. I might have. Let me look through my books for a moment. Just give me a second. She like goes and starts rifling through a bunch of books. And Siegfried, at this point, you come inside. Brother is just these giant hands trying to pour water into pots and mix things together. And you see Kevhorn sitting in a room just off to the side of the main room where you guys are in.
Would you like help pouring tea?
He kind of hands you this teapot to get water into.
Yeah, I'll start pouring tea. I'm assuming he would have some background of pouring tea back at the temple.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you get everything ready. Sissy's still pouring through books. You bring everything over to Kevhorn, sitting at this small sitting area.
And is it okay if I show you something?
Me?
It requires me taking off my shirt.
Oh, please do. Get comfortable, please. Brother, cover your eyes.
He's gonna have his Echo help him take off his armor and whatnot. And he'll turn around and show her the tattoo.
She's like, oh, may I? She like puts a hand out.
Go ahead. I'm gonna spores Sieg. Can you please make sure she's not casting magic on me?
I don't think I actually have anything for that. I'm not gonna lie.
It's okay.
Yeah, you're mostly just watching to make sure she's not like uttering any incantations or anything. But yeah, she kind of you feel these long fingernails on your skin as she's like running them along the tattoo. Oh, it seems to be. Where'd you get this from?
It's been with me ever since.
Oh, well.
I think ever since I've almost drowned.
Almost drowning. Oh, quite the experience. It seems to be living. That makes sense. It's growing, like, as we speak.
I was told it has to do something with time, and you know a bit about
I'm learning.
that sort of magic.
Learning, yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Just give me a few more seconds. I think I know where to look a little further now. She goes back to her books and flips through pages.
Feeling a little underdressed, he starts putting it back on his clothes.
Yeah, I think Siegfried would spores to Kevhorn. What exactly are you doing?
I need to know anything about this condition.
I understand, but dealings with hags is maybe not the best way to go.
They haven't struck a deal with me yet. I'll take any inkling of info I can get.
Just be careful. And remember that I will help you find answers too.
Thank you.
You'll cut from there to the forest. Benjamin sprinting through the forest as it gets deeper and darker. Kelborn sneakily moving through the trees behind him. Benjamin, as the singing gets more clear, it is a single feminine voice. And you do know it is the exact words to the song of when you were sacrificed to the ocean's waves.
I think hearing that and how Benjamin has been feeling towards Miriandra lately and being back in the Feywild, because again, with the staff of the Queen of the Winter Court, like he has like this icy aura. I feel like he always has like frost on like the edge of his cloak and things like that. But now I think as he's taking these running steps through the forest, there's like frozen, frosty footprints being left behind as this like he's hardening himself to try and prepare and leaning on what he's earned for himself, not just what she has gifted him going into this conversation.
Very nice. Yeah, and these frosty footprints do make it easier for Kelborn to track after you. But soon you see a clearing up ahead. How do you approach it? Same speed, same vigor?
When I see the clearing, and if this seems to be like the place, I would compose myself and take the like 10 seconds to be like, okay, catch my breath a little bit, fix my hair, and like come in with a more controlled approach. So I'm not sprinting into the clearing.
Yeah, you kind of gather yourself and begin to move into this clearing. As you do so, the forest opens up into a small kind of glade. There's a crystal blue pool to the far opposite side of where you are. Some like trees that kind of do this weird arch and then grow into the ground to come back up, kind of make convenient sitting spots around this pool. And you see sitting next to the pool is a woman. It's pale skin, peachish white skin, long brown brunette hair with bangs over her forehead. And as you kind of get a look at her, you see her eyes have very large pupils. There is no like iris color. It's like completely black, but very large. You see she's wearing like clothes you would see people wearing on like docks, like women that would be waiting for their husbands to come home from sea. That kind of like long flowing skirt, kind of clothing, and she has one of her hands in the water, just kind of playing with the water as she is singing.
As I approach, I think Benjamin's a little put off by like this appearance of her. But just like as I get closer, while I'm still like probably like halfway in between like the edge of the clearing and the pool, just call out and say, "I heard your song. Did you wish to speak to me?"
And you can see like small pointed ears sticking out from the hair, which is leads you to believe more of like half elven. And she looks up and stops the singing. "It took you a while to get here."
"You're pretty deep into the forest."
"Well, I didn't want all of your friends." As she like takes her hand out of the water, you can see this like bluish rubbery skin and these long black nails as they begin to like recede back into what would match the rest of her appearance.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want the rest of your friends interrupting our conversation. I'll say, Kelborn, at this point, you are at the edge of the forest.
I have a very important question. You
Yes.
described an open area, there a little grotto. There's definitely flowers here, right?
There's the flowers. I will give you your ranger abilities for this area.
There's absolutely no reason for it, but
That's why I let you have it.
I perceive into there. I mean, I see what's going on, right? I see it's not Galliandra.
Yeah, you see, it's not Galliandra.
Okay, I'm just gonna wait and watch.
All right.
I might try and skirt closer stealthily.
Okay.
But I'm observing.
I wouldn't say that you've ever underestimated yourself, but perhaps you overestimated the resolve of some of my companions. I had to deal with a slight situation before I could join you.
Well, if one or two of them ended up here, it could have been some fun, I guess. She stands up to come and approach you to conversate. She doesn't stay in place though in front of you. She's kind of constantly slowly moving around you as if circling you.
I think Benjamin accepts the power move and just keeps looking straight forward, isn't tracking her as she walks around him.
Yeah, and the way she moves isn't aggressive either. It's a very flowy, almost playful as she's doing it, but yeah, it is a power move in its own way.
Yeah, no, that Benjamin knows this game of okay, yeah, you can make me look stupid by constantly whipping my head around. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. So you
it certainly
were
could
away.
have been.
Oh yeah, sorry. I thought the conversation had moved on from there, but I would continue it from there as well. Well, it's unfortunate that nobody joined us, but you were away. Where have you been?
We had business to deal with in the Shadowfell. We are collecting items of power to deal with the giant threat.
And that's the only reason you went to the Shadowfell? What did you learn there, Benjamin?
I'm trying to remember if I learned anything specific besides all of Kevhorn's stuff. No, it's just I just learned about Kevhorn. We learned a great deal about the nature of the Death Giants and the powers that they hold.
Give me deception, please.
Not my best roll. Still a 15?
And that's all you learned.
I learned that
Nothing interesting about your friends.
I'm always learning interesting things about my friends. I only travel with interesting people.
Oh, well, please tell. We don't get to catch up often.
I'm not one to spill other people's secrets.
Oh, but I love hearing secrets, Benjamin. Please.
I fear you already know, or have an inkling, for what you are looking for. You've already had your eye on him. You obviously know he is special.
This is why I picked you to be my warlock, Benjamin. You know how to operate. Yes, I'm looking for what you learned about Kevhorn. Please do tell.
Give me 1 second. Nothing I would tell you would make him any less interesting.
There was like a flash of interest in her eyes. So, how much longer do I have to wait for him then?
Until his life ends by normal means without your intervention.
See, I can't do that, Benjamin. That's too
How long have you been waiting for the Lord Protector?
more than you could imagine.
Seemed much more interested in him than anything we were doing for quite some time.
I have my reasons.
If you were able to wait that long for him, feels like waiting a bit longer for one of my companions seems more than fair.
You test me, Benjamin.
Isn't that why you like me?
Liking has its limits as well. Benjamin, you want power, is that correct?
Indeed.
Well, I could continue to supply more of it to you. Beyond the means that you already have. Do you
And what would
remember the power you got from the soul coin last time?
Indeed.
Wouldn't you like more of that?
What will it cost me?
For 1 or 2, not much. But if you wanted more that could get you anything you wanted, Kevin would just have to come with me. Just think, Benjamin. When we remove the Lord Protector, Neverwinter would need a new ruler. But if the information you found out about Kevhorn is as interesting as you say, why stop at Neverwinter?
What's going through Benjamin's head right now, and he's also like, because he's not sure exactly, like, he knows Miriandra is a goddess, so he's like trying to like shield it, at like think about it but not think about it at the same time. But he is thinking, if I become Lord Protector, it would not be through anything that she did. Like, if he's removed, that's one thing. Like, if she does, like, that's one thing, but like, he could be removed in a multiple different ways. But like, the things that he has set up again for himself, like, he used the abilities from her, but wasn't from her. Like, she didn't put, words in people's heads or anything like that. Like, he has built that up himself. I will not lead him into your clutches again.
You can see as like those large black pupils begin to like spread almost to the entirety of the eye. You may not willingly, but he will be mine soon. Take these for now and think about it. She'll hand you 3 soul coins.
I just like hold them in my hand until she's out of view.
Yeah, she'll like playfully walk over towards the pond. I'll be keeping closer eye on you now, Benjamin. I know you've missed me. And she'll jump into the water and disappear.
I carefully put the coins in my belt purse and then start walking out of the clearing.
I immediately need to know what I heard and saw out of that.
Give me perception.
Oh wait, don't I? Hold on.
I think you double your
I
proficiency.
double
for-
it. That is good. Okay, so 14 plus 8. So what was that?
22.
22.
Yeah, you heard and saw everything. They weren't like whispering or anything.
Cool. I'm gonna. I was gonna say I'm gonna wait. Oh yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a little bit and let Benjamin get ahead back to the place, the hut.
All right. As they begin moving back towards the hut, we'll return to the hut for just a moment. As Siegfried and Kevhorn and Brother are having tea. Brother's just drinking it out of it's like a petrified branch that has been hollowed out. It's just huge. He's just drinking out of that. And Sissy comes over with a couple of books. She's like, I have a couple of ideas here. You'll take a moment to get some gels and stuff ready for this to work, what I'm thinking. But I would need to get some of them echoes to come. I know you can get one to come out, but if I could get a couple at a time and take a real good look at them, they won't go anywhere. They just be available for me to see.
Technically, I can have 3 of them up at a time.
Oh, well, if that's the case, bring them on out.
What is it? A mirror image?
Oh, mirror image, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just use that.
All right, you bring up 3 images of you, different time points. Like you can tell at this point too, now that you're more aware of it, they're different ages, slightly varying, with different injuries, of course. So one just has like a huge gouge in its chest from where an axe hit. Other one is like been melted. And the other one, your drowned one, also comes out, I'll say. She begins inspecting them, like walking around them in a circle, kind of poking her finger through them because they're a little bit incorporeal. They kind of shake as she does so because this is mirror image after all. Oh, well, they don't all seem to be the exact same. I mean, obviously different ways of death, it appears, but they're all at different times and slight variation to them.
And this is where my next question comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Are they from this time?
Well, this time is you, right? So they couldn't be, because they are you, but they're not you. Does that make sense? Like, there can only be one you when it comes down to the soul level on this line that we're on right now.
Okay.
You know what? I know exactly where to look, because Sissy rolled a nat 20. So she
shit.
go back to her book and pull out a specific one that looks very tattered and worn, but not like it looks very tattered and worn, but not like it's been used a lot, if that makes sense. She pulls that out and flips through it, and give me perception as she does this.
I can't use advantage.
Can I roll 2? Because Siegfried is keeping an eye on her.
Yeah.
I rolled a 14.
I got 17.
17. This book isn't like a normal book you'd see. Like, it's not all just writing. There seems to be like clippings from other writing sources in the pages of this, as if it's like a collection of a bunch of different sources. You see, my hag mother was she was kind of a big deal. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of why I'm so good already as it is. You know, drinking. I guess you can kind of drink. Eating the marrow of a creature kind of gets you some of their powers, so that helped me speed along a little bit of a way. But she kind of knew about this thing where, how do I say that? Today wouldn't be the way it is if it wasn't for something that happened that changed today to be different now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, good. I didn't have to explain it any further then.
Actually, I'm dumb. Can you please?
Oh, well,
So-
go ahead.
You're saying today wouldn't be today if it wasn't for that specific thing?
We would have a different present if something. It's hard to explain because you shouldn't know about it. How do I skirt around this in the right way to not break your brain? So you know how, like, this morning you woke up, you're like, oh, I'm gonna eat this food today, and then you're like later in the day, like, uh-oh, I had a bad stomach ache because I ate that food. What if instead of that happening, that morning you ate a different food and you didn't have a stomach ache and now you are better all day? That's kind of what happened at some point in the past.
Okay.
And so, because that happened, you never got a stomach ache, but technically that stomach ache could have happened at some point, and now it's its own thing. Does that make sense? Like, now there's 2 days. But at the same time, that second day never happened. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Does that wrap everything up for you then?
How about this stolen soul?
Oh, the stolen soul part. I haven't gotten that far yet. What I'm trying to say is your other souls were kind of like your upset stomach that never happened, but it did, technically. And I think that is what your tattoo is trying to tell you.
I wish it would change into actual words instead
Well.
of line.
That'd be too easy now, wouldn't it? The important thing is that one of those lines keeps going, and it's the line that is you. And it seems these other spirits of you that are appearing are those ones that stop on your tattoo. And them
But why?
stopping allows you to continue.
Why are they appearing and why can I use them?
I don't fully know that, but they do seem to be here to help you from stopping.
And the big question Who did this?
That is the big question, isn't it? It wasn't me, I can tell you that much. But obviously somebody powerful that knows about all of this, as she kind of like waves her hands over this book that she is kind of keeping away from you, so you can't read all of it. But only very few beings know about that, and they are mostly of divinity. So you could probably narrow it down to one of them. And a handful of mortals. And me. And brother.
Maybe we can ask to borrow Kelborn's book about the gods.
Well, thank you for everything.
Yes, of course. If there's anything else you need, good.
He'll pick up the circular one.
Okay.
Did you want me to test it now?
I mean, if you wanted to, but it does only last
Take this
for. Well, that's not a swig. It's like you open it. It's like almost like a gel kind of thing. It's like it does only last for until you take a long rest mechanically, and it's one-time use.
He puts a cap back on.
To you, it'd look like a lip balm.
A lip balm. Get over it, Sieg. You're the only one in here.
But at this point, you hear the door creak open as well, actually, sorry, I didn't know if Kelborn wanted to catch up with Benjamin before they got to that.
Nope. I'm gonna come in separate. I'm gonna give him a couple minutes before I come in.
Yeah. Benjamin, did you want to do anything before entering the hut? Okay.
No.
Then Benjamin would enter the hut at this point.
Where's Kelborn?
He went after you.
I immediately turn around. And I immediately turn around and I'm running back into the woods, shouting after Kelborn.
Kelborn, you hear him shouting. It's up to you if you want to give yourself away or not.
I mean, can I see him as he's shouting or no?
Yeah. I assumed you were stealthing back, and you could see him as he comes running into the forest.
I'm going to come out of the woods, not stealthing, not looking at Benjamin, and I'm just gonna be like rubbing the back of my head, looking confused.
You see him come out.
I don't even clock what you're doing as I immediately run over and grab your face with both of my hands, around your cheeks and through the spoke, and I'm sprinting towards you with this intent.
Yeah, I assume you do it, right?
Yeah, no, I thought you were gonna, and I immediately through the spores then say, "Why did you come after me? She will take everything from me and drag it to the depths to spite me. Miriandra, I told you who was calling me.
You said you heard a song about sailors, and I heard Galliandra, so I went looking, didn't find anything. So I guess you were right. Why, did you find your Miriandra?
She was there. Yes, she was there physically as she can be there.
Is that different?
I don't know. She's a goddess. I don't know how it works for her.
Oh.
I've never interacted with her on any plane but her own. She takes me to this demi-plane of darkness and water when we speak.
And that she
Glad
didn't do
you're
that
safe.
this time?
No. I think she was trying to be sweet on me.
Alright, sorry I ran off. I should have trusted you, but I don't know, just the thought that Galliandra was out there, and when she stopped singing, you know, I got a little worried.
I appreciate that concern that you had for Galliandra. I'm just glad you're safe.
Hey. How's everything back at the hut? Going good? They're all still alive? Didn't make any deals?
I don't know if I've like let go of you and now like speaking out loud.
Oh yeah, this whole time I've been saying everything out loud, not.
Ugh, hate that. Because I was doing everything I was saying through spores.
Yeah, I was definitely answering out loud.
Okay, well, I don't know. Once I saw that you weren't there, I went looking for you. They were both in there. I don't know if they made any deals though.
Let's go back, figure out what's going on there. You know, I was thinking as we are like walking back toward the hut, if she has a bow that can bring us back to before we left, we could stay here as long as we wanted. We could get all really strong before going back.
I think the way we have been getting more powerful, it has to be more personally fulfilling for us to kind of get that boost. At least speaking personally.
At least maybe. How far is the hag hut from like the castle?
From the castle,
Yeah.
it's. I'm trying to remember. Was it like over half a day's journey?
It was a ways.
I could
think.
go.
Yeah.
We could, you know, I could stop by and just, like, hey, Galliandra, how's it going? You know, she probably wouldn't mind seeing me.
If the bow can bring us back to the time that we left, then there is no reason to not do that. But I also have.
Well, ask if there's like terms and conditions.
I'm sure
fine
there's terms and
print.
conditions. Yes.
But you know,
Let's go see.
off screen, I can maybe do that. If not, whatever that means.
Yeah, you return to the hut, and then everybody's having tea, talking. There's some echoes, mirror images flitting around.
Is everything all right here?
I could ask you the same thing.
I again immediately through spores say to everyone, it's never great when she shows up, but it passed well enough.
Toxic relationship, I'm telling you.
I definitely know.
Don't worry. Me or Sieg didn't make any deal.
Oh, that's good to know.
I just showed her my muscles.
Okay. Now, about the bow and us getting back to when we left, how we are currently.
Oh yes, we should do that pretty soon. Don't want to use too many resources, or I'll have to charge you.
Oh, what is the cost? Because you know, I was thinking maybe I'd go home for a little bit.
It depends.
Check
on
on
how
my
long you
plant
need.
cat.
Oh yes, you got to check on the plant cat. How long you thinking?
I don't know. A couple months, maybe. We could do the wedding.
Oh yeah, that would be great. Couple months. I need a couple. At least 2 limbs, then, please.
2 like tree limbs.
Like an arm and a leg, please. It'll cost you an arm and a leg.
You take fairy arms and legs.
You feel a pinch. I'm much too small, but I'm looking for half elf. I am fresh out.
Oh, darn, we're out of those.
Oh yes. Well, then you can find another way home, I guess.
Could you buy me? Fine, just go back.
I appreciate the hustle, dear. Is there anything else anybody wants to do before you're shot like an arrow through time and space?
I think if Sissy, if you'll allow it, could I have maybe an hour longer here?
I could do it
Maybe
in a
less.
It'd take like a pinch more of the dust I need, so that's fine.
Okay. Well, I guess this is a question for Baka. I don't know how much Benjamin knows about these coins. Are they true soul coins where like this is the soul of a creature? Do I know that?
It is the soul of a creature, yes. They work a little bit differently, I think, than like the infernal ones because they're not coins. But you remember that it is a spirit of a soul of a creature. They can allow you to cast an additional spell each turn if you crush them.
Yeah. Siegfried, could you help me with something?
Sure. What do you need help with?
I would like to try to give an offering to a god.
Yes, I suppose I could.
I'm going to the best of my ability and knowledge, find again like a place in the clearing, and I mean I have it, like a combination of hallucinatory terrain and major image. I'm trying to create a shrine or space to Diane Castra, so the giant goddess of trickery. So like a temple-like space, but then also, as much as I know of like giant ruins for trickery, for goddesses, like all of that type of stuff, like trying to build this space. And like it is an illusion, also trickery though, so it still kind of tracks, but trying to speed run getting this semi-consecrated space for her.
Yeah, give me religion check, please.
Ugh. Hate that. That's a natural one.
Uh-oh. You'd still make it. It's just like you don't really get to know the ruins to get down and all that kind of stuff. But there is a space here.
Yeah. And like I, as part of like, would have like a little seating area in the center of it, and would invite at least Siegfried. The others would be welcome as well. But kind of like position myself in the center of this shrine-like area, and place one of the soul coins in the center of it.
All right. Place it there. And is there anything specific you are trying to call to her for, or you're just putting this here and letting it take its course?
I sit down, and I think I like, if Siegfried's the only other one to join me, like I like sitting cross-legged and then like reach out my hands to join hands with him, like to form like almost, you know, a small circle above it as well, and just say,
I'm watching. I'm definitely watching.
I don't know how this works. I have a very different relationship with her than what I'm trying to do here.
Well, when we were able to reach out to the Triad at the temple, I had to embody Ilmater, his teachings, his way of life. And I think that if you do that, that is one way to reach out to her. Although I don't know in what sense you're trying to reach out to, or who to, I guess. Since you haven't told me.
Sorry. I mean, it is still fitting for me. The giant goddess, Diane Castra. She's the goddess of trickery. Hence the illusions and such. I don't think I did a great job with it, but we'll see if it works out. Okay. I don't know if I can be much trickier than I am as a person already. Like
in terms of like ceremonies and things like that, you know how like using certain herbs or oils or whatever for sensors, is there anything in particular that like Diane Castra would have associated with her in terms of like herbs or anything like that?
Give me a religion.
It is a 21.
ooh.
Let me find out. Okay, I picked a random plant that I knew was used, and it's not what I need. Yeah, you would know there are that you have a few. I'm not going to get into detail because I don't know. There are a few specific plants that you know that kind of, they're not like full-on hallucinogenics, but they give that sense of a different way of thinking that would help with Diane Castra, like talking to her specifically.
Okay. Yeah, I think Siegfried in the best way possible would try to create something that can help with that, because he does have a block of incense. So he's just trying to set the stage, I guess.
Yeah, you help set the stage a little bit. With your help, I will allow this persuasion check from Benjamin to go back to being flat rather than at disadvantage.
Okay. As I inhaling this incense, I think almost unconsciously Benjamin also remembers the incense of Siegfried's mother when we were in the astral plane as well. Like that influence in that space as well. And praise in giant, essentially saying, I have gained much through trickery and much through guile for my own gain, but I wish to be something more, and I wish to not be bound to the icy depths. I am not asking for you to free me. I am just looking for a new way forward. And I offer this soul, stolen from one, gifted to me, and I plan to steal it from her so that it can join your domain. So I'm offering up this soul coin to release it kind of from its bounds to join Diane Castra.
Yeah, give me persuasion.
Could I also pray in a way? Hearing about Diane Castra, I'm like, is she the one that did this? So I'm also in the background praying for her to show herself, but not, what's the word?
Physically?
Not to align myself with her.
But just to get answers from her, essentially.
Yes.
Okay, Benjamin, give me persuasion. Kev Horn, also give me persuasion.
I had to start rolling shitty eventually. Okay. It's an 18.
Okay.
I rolled a 17.
17.
I don't think I can do, can I? Let me just look. I don't think I have anything. I don't have anything else. No. Okay.
So Benjamin, the soul coin stays there, but you do get the feeling of notice isn't the right word, it's not strong enough of a word. The attention of this goddess. She seems to be interested in what you are saying. But obviously you do still have your contract in place, even though it's not a physical one, for, as you probably have already figured out, for specific reasons. Kev Horn, you have spoken with this goddess before. She doesn't appear physically, but you know that this wasn't her. Like, your state isn't because of her.
It's one of them. I feel it.
I think feeling this and like seeing that the coin is still there, Benjamin digs a small hole and buries the coin there, and then carves into the dirt again. Again, like the giant symbol for deception on top of it.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
I would do a lot for you, but it does make me a little uncomfortable.
I've gotten myself in quite the sticky situation, so doing my best to get out of it in any way that I can, with the least amount of harm possible.
Well, the Triad always welcomes redemption.
It's good to know. Okay, we should get heading back.
Kevhorn's gonna put an arm around Calborn. You know you're the only one, right?
Only what? What?
This group deals with a lot of gods. It's not too late.
I don't know. Hey, you go to the Fae, you grow up in the Fae, everything's crazy magical, and you just sort of, I don't know. It doesn't hit the same.
Are we able to hear this? Like, are we right next to them?
I mean, are you? Do you guys try to be away from it when you say that?
I mean, I'm
I assume
assuming
all
we're
just,
like
in a conversation with each other, yeah.
I'm assuming we're like just like, I don't know, 8 feet away.
yeah, you're on the same page with each other.
I think Siegfried just kind of looks at Calborn, thinking of what he had said back at Neverwinter.
Okay. Then I assume you all make your way inside the hut. Sissy is ready with the bow. She has it pulled, drawn. She's not holding it though. It's like 2 sticks are holding it apart, and they're trembling, trying to keep it from shooting or dry firing.
Before we go any further, Sissy.
Yes.
Hold on a second. I want to reach into my bag. I want to pull out, I think it was an orchid, right? The blood orchid. Is that what it was called? Yep. I want to look at it. Does it have color, or is it still...
It's
Gray tone.
It's gaining color, so it's like very muted. The white was always white, but it kind of is starting to get a little bit of a sheen to it. And the red, what would be crimson red stripe, is turning from a gray and slightly starting to gain its red hue to it.
I just kind of like palm the flower a little bit and look at it. I want to say to Sissy, can you deliver something to someone for me?
Yes, let me. She like pulls out like a scroll. Delivery service costs. Let's see. It'll cost you a gold.
Fair enough. How about a message with that?
Yeah, 2 gold.
2 gold. All right. That's fair deal. Give this to Galliandra at the castle. Tell her that this flower only grows in the Shadowfell. And not even the people there have seen its true beauty. And now I'm getting a glimpse of it, and it still pales in comparison to your smile.
Oh, that's very... Shadowfell, you say?
Don't you dare think of keeping this for yourself.
I'll need another gold then.
I give like 3 extra gold.
Right. She swallows them.
And with this, I prove not even death can keep us apart.
Very sweet of you, child. All right. I don't know why I called you child. I'm younger than you. She takes a bow to the side gingerly. All right. We ready then?
Yes.
If the other two haven't grabbed the other 2 mysterious liquids and whatnot that she wants to test, I'll grab it.
Yeah, just like all in like a little gift basket for you, so you can grab them all.
Yeah.
All right. I hope all of you didn't have a bad breakfast. And she like hooks her finger under the string and lets it go, and it boom, and like you just feel yourself being shot through time and space, along with your griffins.
All they served there was blood sausage. Oh!
As I'm getting stuck through, I shout out, she's the one that's giving me the stomach ache.
And you find yourselves like, it feels like you slam into the street, but you are just like standing in the street where you left in Waterdeep. Con saves from everybody, please.
+2.
Disadvantage.
You do have +2 on top of your saves.
13.
22.
18.
Why am I using my fingers? 24.
No, Chris was doing it to you today. Benjamin, you throw a blow in your mouth, but nothing, like nothing you can't stop.
Okay.
Did not like that.
No, it's not pleasant.
I rush to my baby.
You run into the stalls where Owlbear's just sitting. Hoot! Oh, you're back already.
As I was about to pet my owlbear, how long has it been?
You guys just walked outside.
Oh, right, the arrow.
Yep. Good. Okay.
I pick up my baby and go back to the group.
Oh, we should find a room here for tonight at least. To make plans for what we wish to do next. I have to inform you about a few things that might change our plans slightly, but I also would like to chat with some people, and I won't be able to do that until tonight.
If we were gonna sleep, why didn't we sleep there where time wasn't going to pass?
Because it would have cost us like a finger or something like that.
What's a finger to a day? A good night's sleep. That's what I always say.
Last we spoke with our friend, we had time, which is why we went to the Shadowfell anyways, so we still have that time.
Wait, you want to talk to someone at night?
Yes.
What time is it now?
Oh, what time is it now?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Like afternoon
3
when we
p.m.
left, because we did like some research beforehand.
Yeah, it's like this world's equivalent to 2 or 3 p.m.
I would like to do something at night also, if it doesn't go too late. And I want you guys there.
Okay. Interesting. I am also trying to find, because we're in like the castle courtyard, aren't we? Like we were at like the castle stables.
No, it was the stables to the inn.
Oh, to the inn. Okay. I would like to, and like hold up the lantern with the ghost light on it. I'm going to see if they'll at least let me in the door enough to pass this off to a footman to get to Lady Silverhand, so that, again, as a thank you gift for her extended hospitality. It's a schmoozing thing. I'm trying to make sure that I can talk to her.
Before you do that, he whips out his own lantern and takes a bit of the fire.
Great. Oh. Your camera.
Kyle's laying it a
Oh, there he is. Oh. Okay. Okay, he's back. He's back, everyone.
What happened?
You're lagging a bit. It's fine.
Yeah, you're skipping around.
I'll write a quick note saying, we came across a curiosity that I thought you might enjoy. This is a ghost light from Shadowfell that was able to repel the spirits of the fog there. Would love to chat about this at a future date when things are calmer.
Yeah, you can easily get far enough into the castle to pass it off to somebody who will get it to the correct venues.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else anybody wants to do before? I assume we'll do Kevhorn's thing first at night. Is there anything else anybody wants to do?
I'll stock up on the cream cheese for tonight.
Okay. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Soul Echo, whatnot. Does it get deterred by the lantern?
No?
No, okay. That's it.
We divvy up these oh, you know what? Can I have that basket of if we're waiting, just killing time, could I have the basket of potions? I can go see if I can pay someone to tell us what they do. Maybe see if they know or have any ideas.
I'll hold it up.
Sure if we go some wizard somewhere,
Yeah,
we'll
some
be able to
alchemist or something.
at least get an idea of what they do.
Yeah, will do. I'll see if they have little labels I can put on them too.
Be helpful.
All right. Yeah, you can find alchemists. They charge 25 gold to identify all.
Oh my
These.
goodness.
She's like a pearl worth 50 or something, isn't it, for identify spell?
I don't know.
It doesn't get used up though.
Yeah. So yeah, if you pay them, they will tell you, and I will give you guys these handouts on roll 20.
Ooh.
The vial that has a cylindrical bottom is called the Elixir of Cloud Giant Wisdom. If you drink this, your wisdom score will go up to 23 until you long rest. So show that to you guys there, show to everyone. The little like tin that the balm is in. Actually, we'll save that for last because it's slightly different than the rest of them. We also have the elixir of Fire Giant Vigor, which is the one of the other ones.
The like diamond potion one.
Oh yes. Sorry, it's not an elixir. This is the lotion of Fire Giant Vigor. When you apply this lotion to your skin, your Constitution score goes up to 23 until you take a long rest. These are each a one-time use thing, by the way. So we got. Did I show that to you guys? I can't remember. I don't know if I pressed the button. There we go. Lotion of Fire Giant Vigor. And then the triangular one, Potion of Frost Giant Strength. Drink this potion. Strength score goes to 23 until a long rest. And then the little tin is the Balm of Silver Dragon Charm. When you apply this balm, your charisma score goes up to 23 until a long rest.
Very fun, very fun, very fun.
I was about to use that.
Sissy took a swing through to Waterdeep to pick a few ingredients or Neverwinter as well after the siege. So she got some silver dragon stuff and some cloud giant stuff.
How's this alchemist shop look? Just out of curiosity.
I mean it's more put together than some of the other buildings here. It didn't seem to get hit as hard as other places.
Did they have the labels?
Yeah, they can put the labels on for you.
I give them an extra gold.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, kind sir.
Keep doing what you do.
I will. That's how I get paid.
Well, then don't quit your day job.
I wasn't planning on it. I'm 83. I can't retire yet. Not a lot of people getting their potions examined.
No? I would think around here that would be a big business, but...
No, you see, they don't. They usually know what they are when they buy them from somebody. And it's usually me they buy them from.
Oh, what else do you have? Now that you know, you've gone down this rabbit hole, and now you have to.
Yeah, a couple things here and there. I got a potion of Night Scene. You want that?
Like you see at night.
Yeah.
No, we can all do that.
Oh yeah, most people can. That's why I haven't sold it yet. I've got the elixir of slipperiness.
Maybe
that's a high seller.
How much is that? I can see why. Trust me, I can see why. How much is that one?
50 gold.
How many uses?
1.
Oh, that's.
But it'll be a good one, let me tell you.
you.
Not from experience, just from reviews.
Right. Yes. Of course. Yeah. You must get a lot of reviews coming in on that one.
Yeah. They send me a scroll, and I hang them on the wall. See, he's got a bunch of scrolls tacked into the wall.
I want to read these scrolls now. You have to come up with what's on these scrolls.
Yeah. One's like, it worked real well. It was a fun night. 5 stars.
Fun night. There you go.
I needed all these
slightly greasy thumbprints on them.
What in all honesty though, like how much surface area does this cover if I was to pour it on the ground?
Hello slipperiness. I can't remember.
Oh, this is an actual item. I thought you were making it up.
Yeah, it's an actual thing.
No.
I've had it in a campaign before. I never use it.
Oh, you don't. It's a 10-foot square that turns into the grease spell for 8 hours.
Yeah, the oil can cover a medium or small
8 hours.
along with equipment it's carrying.
Otherwise, or if you apply it to a person, which takes 10 minutes, gotta loop someone up, but you get freedom of movement for 8 hours.
Freedom of movement, huh? Yeah, let's buy 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, we're good. This is the last one.
How that you said 50 gold.
50 gold.
Okay, what's that?
5 platinum.
Oh no. Okay. Well,
5 platinum, 500 silver.
yeah.
5,000 copper. But don't give me copper. I'm not counting all that.
Here it is in copper. No. There's your platinum.
Thank you.
Okay. That hurt my pocketbook.
Yeah, well, you're gonna enjoy it. hopefully there's someone there to enjoy it with you, or I don't know. I'm not judging. Have a good day.
Just like pushing you out the store. Get out of here, pervert!
Alright,
No,
Like the Bob's Burger meme. Pervert, pervert!
alright, yep.
All right. Anything else anybody wants to do?
No, I realized last time that I already picked up familiar materials. I was going to do that, but I was thinking ahead last time we were in town.
There you go. All right, and we can cut to whatever Kevhorn's nighttime activities are.
Gonna use that potion of slippery now.
I had a feeling you might need it for this, you know.
I am going to lead the group into a clearing near the water.
Yeah.
I've never done this, and Sissy kind of confirmed, he says with a question mark, that the echoes have or are from coulda, woulda, shoulda timeline. I think that's how she explained it. But I just want to hold a funeral for them. And I'm not too sure if you guys could have been with the others, but I don't know, I just wanted you guys here. He's gonna try find the stick to put, like, stick it to the ground and put the lantern on it.
Yep.
He's gonna start rubbing his neck. Do I say something?
Whatever you feel is right. If it's nothing, then it's nothing.
Yeah, moments of silence are a thing.
I mean, I could say a rite if you would like, but
How about this? He's who's best gonna try copy what Siegfried does whenever he starts to do a prayer, and he's gonna start praying to Valkyr. He's going to ask to try give these souls, these theoretical souls, to give them, if they finally get their freedom from whatever is tying them to me, some peace and a safe passage to where they would have been. And he'll stand up and turn around to the group. Thank you for joining me for this. Sorry it's a tad awkward. I just, for the longest time, I viewed them as an ending to me. And in a way they are. But they've been helping me this entire time. And I feel like I've been ignoring that.
It's good.
But thank you for whatever, like all the stuff that you guys have done for me, keeping me safe in battle, all the other stuff. You guys are the reason why I'm still standing. Why I'm not another echo. And he'll go in for a group hug.
Possibly foolishly, in this hug, the thought crosses Benjamin's mind of, again, maybe not consciously praying to Miriandra, but it is directed towards her in like his thought of just the thought of, I'll never allow you to drown him.
You do get a combative thought of like a we'll see kind of thought back to you.
But yeah, that's all Catforden wanted to do, and we can just go into the next thing.
Before we leave the beach, I hate that I'm doing this. With that combative reply back, as Benjamin turns his back on the beach, he flips one of the soul coins into the ocean.
As everybody's walking away from the beach, we see the camera go to the soul coin as it slowly like drifts towards the bottom of the ocean, and as it hits the sand and kind of nestles, there's a thrum of a pulse coming out from it, and we'll cut back to you guys in the tavern. How is everybody? Get ready for the evening, the night time.
I do kind of after this then again initiate this conversation over spores, and say it was Miriandra and the Fae. I know the storm giant totem is somewhere under the water. We had talked about potentially trying to locate it. We cannot. She has reinvigorated her desire to bring Evhorn to her domain, and I will not allow that, and I will not put him or any of you in danger to empower myself.
How many? I saw Benjamin throw in a soul coin right into the ocean. I would have seen that. I mean,
I don't know. Did you wait until everybody left, Benjamin, to do that, or?
I probably waited just long enough so I was at the back of the group, and then, but not a long time, just so I was the last person at the water, and then kind of walked up to join everyone.
You probably see it then.
I probably what?
You probably wouldn't have seen it then if you waited for you guys to get ahead of him.
Then, Kelborn looks like he wants to say something, then he holds it back.
Please be honest, Kelborn.
Honesty's not something we do in this party, is it? We lie to just about every person we meet, and I'm guilty of it as well. But we shouldn't lie to each other. So, Benjamin, I followed you. I found you when you were talking to Miriandra. I lied to you when you saw me. And it was because I saw that temptation that you had in your eyes over those soul coins, or those coins. I think we've run across soul coins in this campaign, right?
Benjamin's had one. I can't remember if he told you about them though.
I don't know if for some reason I felt like we ran across them at some point, but when you whatever that gift she gave you, that coins.
At the mention of that, I'll pull the last one out and set it on the table. That's the last one.
Where's the others?
One's in the ocean, and one's still in the Feywild as a gift to dying Kestra.
What powers did this give you?
The last one allowed me to increase my magical ability for a short period of time. I've only gotten one before.
And you get these powers from Miriandra?
I do.
So what are you going to do with this last one?
I was going to give it to Siegfried.
Okay.
Contains a soul. I was going to keep one, but after tonight, I've made a promise to myself, and if I would have kept the last coin, it would have been a temptation to break that promise. This one was always intended for Siegfried. It's the soul of someone. I don't know a way to release it in a kind way. I was going to give it to Siegfried to see if he had any better usage for it than fueling something from Miriandra. And I'll even with it on the table, push it closer to Siegfried.
Would Siegfried know of any way to release a soul peacefully from a soul coin?
Give me a religion check.
Mm, 19.
You don't know of a way to release it. You do know it was a lost soul that got put in here. Essentially, it didn't have anywhere to go after dying, or was lost at sea, or was taken at some point. Most likely sea related, if this is, because you can see there. Remind me of something, Grizz. Being able to pick these things up. Can anybody pick up one, or is it only?
I think anybody can pick up one.
Just one, yeah. Okay, that's what I thought too. So yeah, if you do try to pick it up and look at it, one side has an anchor, the other skull. You've heard of soul coins being related to the infernal planes, but this seems to be slightly different. But you aren't sure how to release souls from either coin.
I'm not sure that I can accept this.
It's better in your hands than mine. Even if you cannot release it now, I have more faith in you being able to find a way than my will to resist using it in a moment of need.
What's your Constitution modifier, Siegfried?
Oh,
It's a +4.
Okay, so you can carry 4.
There you go. Yeah, so you can pick this one up if you try to.
I will carry it to keep it away from your temptation.
Thank
I
you.
think he just picks it up and then he'll like put it inside his vestment, his robe, in an inside pocket.
I will not say that I am a good person. I feel that that is clear from the things I've done, both previously and here. But after my early failure in deceiving you to get you to the sea for personal gain, I have been honest with you about what Miriandra has asked of me. This is the first time she has given me a task in a while, and I will not complete it. I don't know what that will hold for me, either now or in the future, but that is why and what I decided tonight is that I will not complete that task.
That's brave and noble. And worrisome.
I think Siegfried looks at Benjamin a little solemnly. And then he'll look at Kelborn. Also, I hope you know that I've never lied to you. I've only lied once this entire campaign, and shudders.
Right.
That was like episode 3.
Yeah.
It was with the goblins.
All right.
I've lied at one point, right?
Yeah, I'm sure you lied multiple times.
Yeah. I've definitely lied at least.
Lying.
I've lied at least once per episode, so.
Yeah, Benjamin constantly lying to other people if necessary.
So the rest of the night goes a little bit solemnly, I assume. Or you are all start going to bed. Benjamin, was there something you wanted to do while in your room?
Yes. So since we've gotten the effects of a short rest, I have my spells back.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna start off with casting one instance of Dream, and I am targeting. Oh, I had this pulled up, and then I was looking at other stuff. First Night Dundrill in Neverwinter.
All right. You wait a little bit later to make sure that people are asleep that you're trying to contact, and you step into the dream of the first night. What do you do while you're there?
So I use it as the messenger version, so I'm trying to speak to him. So I think it's whatever dream he's having, as dreams do, where you wake up slightly and then it starts shifting into another dream, where we're now essentially in a war room, and there's a large map of Neverwinter and the surrounding areas, and it's set up like it was at the for the siege when we were there, and there's castles, and then even like miniatures off to the side of dragons and things like that. As I start to ask him to explain how the Cloud Giant siege went and what has come about after that.
He goes on to explain, well, we tried to hold on as long as we could, just getting barraged by the Cloud Giants. We couldn't reach them with any of our weaponry. They were too far away. But then the dragons came in and were able to either drive off the Cloud Giants or take down their sky fortresses. Now, within the wake of this siege, they seem to have been starting to compile the rubble. From what we can tell, we can't get too close because there are still a lot of dragons over there, and they seem to be building something.
How far away from the city is that?
It's towards the edge of the forest. Are we on the same screen? We are. So he will point.
I'll like expand out the map as necessary.
Yeah, it's like right on the edge of the Neverwinter Woods, right where the river goes into it too.
Okay. So close, but not on your doorstep.
I know I'm too close for dragons. That's all.
Unfortunately, I believe the leader of the dragons is building themselves a new nest there.
Well, I'd explain why there's kobolds in the city too. We've been trying to keep them out of people's homes and markets as they're trying to rob from them.
Yes. That will be something that I will assist you with once the giants have been taken care of.
We'll try to hold out the kobolds as much as we can and refortify ourselves.
Yes, it's the only thing we could think of to save the city from total destruction.
One problem with another.
Indeed. What is the water level in the city?
It's been rising. We've had to completely clear out the docks ward of the city. It's getting dangerously close to a lot of the homes now. That whatever is coming at us in the water too during the siege sent up a lot of water and before it was taken out by something.
I truly don't know how this is going to work, but Benjamin has a thought. The Lord Protector. He is in danger. Benjamin is speaking slowly because he doesn't know if Miriandra is able to influence him in these dreams. Like, he doesn't know how this works, so that's why he's speaking so slowly. I don't know the full details, but he has drawn the attention of the new goddess of the depths, Miriandra.
I didn't know there was a new, or that there was a new one. I thought Umberly was, again, Umberly, your blood even boils in this moment.
Yeah.
Was goddess of the depths.
Miriandra has supplanted the Pretender. And like Benjamin winces having to say that. If you remember, when we spoke in person, I tried to pass you a note, and I wasn't able to. I was trying to pass this information along to you in person. I will not speak for him, but she will drown the city to get to him. She wanted me to bring him to the docks and to the water.
So we have problems on all sides of us.
Indeed. And like there is a true like weight over Benjamin's shoulder, like being able to give this information in this way. We are continuing to locate and plan and strategize to end this giant threat. I will do my best to update you in this similar matter when I'm able to, if there's anything that is important for us to pass along to you in your city.
All right, well, we will continue to fortify, and I'll bring this new information to the Lord Protector, see what he makes of it.
She's the Queen of the Sirens.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'll let the dream fade.
All right.
Oh, okay. It's like, wake up from that one. Okay. And I'm gonna lay back down and cast Dream again, and I'm going to try to contact Princess Dasha.
All right. Let's roll for it. See if she's asleep on this one. You begin to walk into her dream.
I think it's very similar. Not necessarily a war room, but definitely like a planning room of sorts, like a large meeting room. The table this time, though, has the entirety of the Sword Coast, like as much as Benjamin knows of a map mapped out, like as wide as he can. As he steps forward and says, "We should be able to speak in private here. It's very nice to see you again."
It's good to see you as well. What happened in the Shadowfell?
We found the Death Giants and gained their totem.
It's very, very surprising and good. Everything went
Yes.
well then? No casualties?
Nothing that isn't acceptable.
Very good. What are your next steps then?
My question for you is, what are your father's next steps? Where's the Eye of the Allfather, Eye of Amon?
Yeah, I have she'll point to it on the map, or we have
Great.
it circled.
Okay. Is there any other details you can give me about that?
I don't know too much. I know he's still waiting for a couple of the potential scions to arrive.
Does he then plan to just march south with them?
As far as I can tell, just sweep down the coast, wrecking whatever is still surviving.
Okay. How treacherous is it to get to the Eye?
It's not a walk through the streets, that's for sure. Lots of monsters on the way through the foothills there. Or the dangerous cliffs of the spine of the world if you come from the north.
You don't know anything about the process of becoming a scion, what that entails.
I'm not aware, no.
Okay.
It has something to do with this artifact, but that's all I know.
All right. Thank you. I need to speak with my companions about what we are going to do next, but
Right.
we may be making our way northwards.
All right. I wish you well.
You as well. So I'll fade out of the dream again.
Right.
And spend a very restless night trying to sleep.
All right. Is there anything anybody else did before sleep or during the night at all?
I help lather up the cream cheese on Hellborn.
Oh, is there bond cheese around or succubi? Nope. I'll stick my finger in the potion of slipperiness or whatever it's called, oil slipperiness. I'll just kind of like test it on my
It's very
wrist.
slippery. So your finger just slides right off your wrist.
Cool.
Well, if there is nothing else, while we are all sleeping, Kevhorn, you once again have a dream. You fade in as you are dreaming. Suddenly, you are jump scared with this creature screaming in your face. It almost looks like melting flesh, and it feels like it's trying to consume you, but not in like eating flesh way, like sucking a soul kind of way. And as it is screaming and you're unable to get it off of you, suddenly a arrow hits it right in between the eyes, and the arrow begins to crackle with ice as it forms over it, and then it bursts as the creature's face in front of you bursts, and you are dropped to the ground, staring straight up into the sky. As you see this Winter Eladrin that you saw previously step over you and look down. There's another one here, and another feminine voice further off says, "Well, get him before," and then you dissipate again from this place, and you wake up in a cold sweat. How does Kevhorn sleep? You sleep on his side, sleep on his back, on his stomach?
Cradled within his Echo's arms.
Your Echo.
No. He sleeps on his back.
Your eyes snap open, looking up at the ceiling above you, in this moment of panic, but you do feel a weight at the end of your bed.
Is it my owlbear?
You kind of look to the side, and your owlbear is hooting on the floor next to you, sleeping. Hoot.
What? Unacceptable. You get on the bed. But I'll look at what's at the end of my bed.
You see in the moonlight, sitting at the end of your bed, a half-elven female, long brown hair, and she is like passing a coin in between her fingers.
He'll lift the covers more up to his neck. Wrong room?
No, I have the right room.
You shouldn't have put cream cheese on, Kevhorn, dude.
So I heard you found a new god.
What?
Valkyr?
What?
Is that not your new god?
Yes, but how? Who are you? How do you know this?
You've met me before.
You're... Sorry, but you're not exactly my type.
Well, unfortunately, you're mine.
Okay, lady. He picks up his trident, stands up. I bite.
You just calm down for a moment. I'm only here to talk.
He's gonna mind spores the other three. if anyone's awake, there's a crazy lady in my room.
Mm.
I just stand there with my trident facing her.
I mean, Benjamin tries to go there. I don't know how much Benjamin is going to be able to do.
Okay. Yeah, you begin making your way. You know, they say Valkyr is the only one that could sail the seas of the previous sea goddess.
Oh. Couldn't smell it before, but you reek of garbage seawater.
Well, do you wish to prove to yourself to your god?
Oh, what does that mean?
Well, if Valkyr was able to sail the seas of the previous goddess, you should easily be able to sail my seas now.
Look, lady, I don't want your seas.
But I heard there's a place out there you all wanted to, and I know where it is.
Oh, the totem. I was like, what?
The One Piece.
I was like, huh? Is it Hawaii? No, it's a totem. Look, can you? It's late. You woke me up. What do you want other than me?
Oh, just a friendly wager between a goddess and a paladin.
You want to test my god's power to see if he can keep me safe in your waters.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, just waiting to see if you accept her.
Now, if I accept you telling me where the location is, am I obliged to actually set foot into the seas?
No, not at all. I'll say at this point, Benjamin, you do make it to the door.
Yeah, I don't go, like, hearing the voices, I don't go in. Because I know, like, I've already assumed who it is, so I'm just listening outside the door.
Has anybody else woken up from the spores, by the way?
It's a spore. Would the spores wake us?
They have been throughout this campaign, so if you think they would have, I will allow you to have one.
I would, when I got to the door, I would through spores to have Horn say, I can try. I don't know how much use I'll be, though.
Don't. It seems like she's not gonna try do anything right now. It's fine. She just wants to have a chat. Seeing as I've caught you in such a... Well, which one's a good one? Benevolent? Benevolent mood.
Mm-hmm.
I never remember either.
Yes.
They both sound bad to me.
Benevolent's the good one.
Benevolent mood. Can you just tell me without being cryptic? Why do you guys want me so badly?
Well, that depends. What did you learn when you were in the Shadowfell?
Vampires suck.
They do.
So what you're telling me is that you don't really know.
Well, I was waiting to see if there was more of a reason, but at this point, it's because the other gods want you.
So it's just FOMO.
Yeah?
One god takes
Them.
interest, and the others also as well.
Well, I can't speak for all of them, but that's my reason.
You... I mean, have you heard? Do you know what the other gods' reasons are?
Varying reasons. Some of them want to see what they can use your powers for. Others want to learn.
So it's just curiosity. No concrete reason.
Some of it I'm not at liberty to say, unfortunately. As much as I like tampering in all of your lives, there is a limit I can go to without getting in trouble.
Scared of the other?
Not the others as much as the one above all the others.
Talking about Amon?
No. Look, I
Who?
worked very hard to get what I have. And I'm not willing to give that up easily.
Curious. Are you able to say a name?
Yeah, in this world we've kind of been tossing his name around. So. Ayo is the one in charge of all that. He puts the limiters on it.
Wait. Did we talk about AO openly? Or was that...
I think it was just something Benjamin knew about. I think Siegfried might have known about him. But if you want to give me a religion check, you can.
No. Plus 0. Yeah, no, I know nothing. I rolled a 4.
Yeah, you know. Well, are you interested or not?
You know you can't drown me. I can breathe underwater now.
I wouldn't need to. That's all the better. I can keep you for longer then.
By the way, why this? He drags the trident up and down the person. An ice
like-
eladrin.
Oh, she doesn't look like an Isoladrin.
Oh,
Like a
I'm so
half
sorry.
elf. The Isoladrin was in your...
Am I? Oh, okay, I messed up. Never mind. This is technically my first time seeing her.
This is your first time seeing her as a half elf. You saw her in like her full goddess merfolk form.
Could I? Wasn't that in like Dark Waters?
No, she let you see her. She just never let Benjamin see her.
Ew.
So this is much more mundane compared to what you see.
So,
Well, if you aren't willing to accept, I can be on my way. There are plenty of sailors that are willing to take a walk down by the docks with me tonight.
I bet they will. As long as you don't force Benjamin to do anything I accept.
I may own his soul, but I don't force him to do things.
Coerce. Is that a more agreeable term with you?
Sure, Benjamin's allowed to make his own choice, whether they are a detriment to him or not.
But I don't want you to place an ultimatum or anything that he would disagree with on him.
If we're going to be upping the stakes, I would like to up my side as well.
You hear Benjamin's voice very softly through the spores say, I already have the order to drown you, and I'm refusing it. Don't push.
Why? She's been pushing me.
This is going to be dangerous enough.
But I feel like we need that last totem. Extra security and all.
Benjamin's intent with that is the promise you've gotten from her already is enough. Like, you don't need to up it anymore of her, like, if I'm not being forced to do anything, Benjamin's fine with that. Like, that's what he meant by, like, I have already been given the order to drown you and I'm refusing it. So, like, you don't have to get any more guarantees out of her in that sense.
Okay. Okay. Benjamin's a grown man. They can make their own decision.
Perfect. Well, if you're looking for a maelstrom, you'll find it in between the purple rocks and Tyrion to the northwest. Huge storm there, you can't miss it. You'll need to find a good ship.
With Valkyr on my side, I don't doubt I could. What?
I'll be waiting. She kind of gets up off your bed and walks over to the balcony window that you have and kind of just hops over the side.
Is that how you got in?
She's gone.
Benjamin just starts walking away, but there's again just a small thank you.
He'll mentally nod, even though you you don't see it.
Yeah.
And that is where we'll wrap up for tonight. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We got a lot of getting everybody back into place after a big mission to get on to the next one. So hopefully you guys still enjoyed this. There's a lot of good moments here. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And we'll see you next time as we either go towards the eye or towards the eye of the storm. You know what I'm saying? Eye of Anam or Eye of the Storm. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Check out all my players. We'll see you guys next time. Let's keep making stories together.